"You can move to the laundry room or leave," my father said, carving his turkey as if he hadn't just exiled his own daughter in front of the entire family. It was Thanksgiving. The smell of roasted meat, wine, and hypocrisy filled the air. My brother smirked, his wife whispering something smug behind her glass of Chardonnay. "You understand, don't you?" Dad added, like I had a choice. I looked at him, the man who taught me to keep my head down, who believed silence was respect. That night, I chose silence one last time. I stood, placed my napkin beside the untouched plate, and said, calm and clear, completely. Then I walked out. The air outside bit my face as I left the house I grew up in. They didn't call after me. They didn't need to. In their minds, I was replaceable. The quiet daughter, the one who never fought for her share, who always cleaned up after their messes. They didn't know I'd stopped being that person years ago. When my mother died, I was the only one who stayed to handle the estate, the paperwork, the endless calls. My brother, Lucas, was too busy with his startup. Dad was too emotional. So while they mourned publicly and drank privately, I learned about trusts, titles, and loopholes. Mom had named me co-trustee, a small word with enormous power, one they never read, because grief made them blind and arrogance made them lazy. I didn't use that power, not then. I waited. 2 days after Thanksgiving, my father called. Not to apologize, to brag. "Your brother's moving into your old room. He's bringing his new office setup here," he said. "We're thinking of renting your old apartment for extra income." "Good for you," I said, voice steady. "You'll be fine, Camila. You always are." He hung up before I could reply. He didn't hear the soft laugh that escaped me. He was right. I was fine. Better than fine, actually. That night, I logged into the estate portal, the one still registered under my name as co-trustee. The house, technically, was half mine. My mother had ensured that. I'd never exercised control over it before, but Dad had just given me a reason. The mortgage? I froze the joint account used for its payments. The property taxes? Reassigned to my management approval. Utilities, maintenance, insurance? Every expense linked to the estate name now required my digital signature. It wasn't malicious. It was methodical. I didn't destroy anything. I just stopped enabling them. 3 days later, Lucas called. "Dad's freaking out," he said. "The mortgage company says the account's locked. What the hell did you do?" I smiled. "Nothing," I said. "Just following policy. You know, transparency." He cursed. I hung up. A week passed. Then the panic began. Dad called next. His voice was tight, desperate. "Wait, Camila covered everything? What does that mean?" I almost felt sorry for him. Almost. "It means," I said slowly, "that everything tied to Mom's estate goes through me now. And since the house is part of that, well, so are you." "Camila, don't do this," I said. "You did this," I said, "when you told me to live in the laundry room." The silence on the line was perfect, heavy, real. 2 months later, I received a notice. They'd missed 2 mortgage payments. The bank initiated foreclosure, but I made an offer before it hit public listing. Cash, immediate, approved. I didn't buy the house for revenge. I bought it to reclaim what was already mine. When the papers finalized, I sent them a letter. Not angry, just factual. "Dear Dad and Lucas, this isn't personal, it's structural. You spent years reminding me this house wasn't mine. I agreed. Now it truly isn't yours either. Consider it even. Camila." I never heard from them again, not directly, but I heard things. That they'd moved into a rental. That Lucas's startup folded. That Dad's credit took a hit. None of it made me happy. It just made things right. Now, every Thanksgiving, I drive past the house. My house. I park across the street, where the lights glow warm and golden through the windows. A new family lives there now. 2 little kids chase each other on the porch. Their laughter fills the same space that once held my silence. And I sit there, for a moment, smiling. Not because I won, but because I learned. They taught me to stay quiet. I just learned to do it strategically. Because sometimes revenge isn't loud. It's signed, notarized, and filed at 9:42 a.m. the Monday after Thanksgiving.